Welcome to Wine Library TV. See how high I went there? I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk, and this, my friends, is the Thunder Show on this glorious Friday, and I am co-hosting with the greatest tag team champions of all time. I'm very honored, and I'm also extremely excited about the subject matter that we're carrying and covering today on the Thunder Show, which is Portugal, and specifically the grape Touriga Nacional. Touriga Nacional, as a grape varietal, is to Portugal what Tempranillo is to Spain. It is the foundation. It is the go-to grape. It's also the backbone and structure of some of the greatest ports made of all time. So in the blend of a port, you will see a good amount, high percentage of high-quality Touriga Nacional. They are the structure, the backbone. And now what we're seeing is a lot more still wine coming out of Portugal with this variety, but price points are awfully attractive in my opinion. I think that Touriga Nacional will eventually, over the next decade or two, get to the same stature as a Cabernet, as a Tempranillo, as a Syrah, and I'm very excited to see how it evolves and how it goes through the years, through the process, and starts picking up momentum, because I think it's a varietal that a lot of people are attracted to. Mott, I'm telling you, this is a varietal a lot of people are going to really enjoy. I'm also really in enjoyment of making huge announcements, and I've got one for you, Mott. I am now announcing the next secret pack, which is coming out and available now, and we are airing the show on Election Day. Your Election Day secret pack, folks. You're going to be up all night. Red, blue, red, blue. Where's the white team, by the way? But anyway, red, blue, and you're going to be wondering what's going on. It's going to be up all night, I think, and you need an episode of Wine Library TV with your friends. You know, we're kind of thinking about having an election party. I think election parties are starting to become much more common. We're hearing more of them, like Academy Award night, you know? And so I want a secret pack. 3 wines, some good stuff in there, one little surprise, too, with the 3 wines, Mott. Little surprise, and all rolling in at $76 US with free shipping. Why 76? Because of 1776, Mott. 1776. We're talking about Americana here, baby. And we're talking about Americana and Portugal, of course. And let's get into the first 2 wines today. I'm really excited about this. Mott, the first wine, the Quinta de Correia, 2005, Touriga Nacional, 88 points Wine Spectator, $12 US. The estate is located 30 miles north of Lisbon, if you're looking for, you know, a kind of set point. It is made from 100% Touriga Nacional. Now, what you need to know about Touriga Nacional is it's a very interesting growing situation, very low yields, very small grapes, and they've really found their home, especially in the Douro and the Dow. I'm really excited about this wine. I've heard a lot of great things about it. I have not had it. We've been selling it extremely well. It's from the Extremadura area, and it's aged in French oak barrels, 12 bones, very fair price, 88 points, Wine Spectator, great color. I just announced the secret pack, and it makes me feel good.
You didn't tell me to link it up, though.
I did not tell you to link it up, Mott. Link it up, and also link up the secret pack page so people understand what that is. We've got that, so I'm excited about that. November 4th, we will air that episode here together, you and I, Mott. Great color. Let's give this wine a sniffy sniff. Great dark cherry flavors coming through on the nose, which I like quite a bit. There's also an interesting level of violets coming through on the nose, which I think are kind of interesting. So cherry and violets are very, you know, prominent on this specific wine. I also get a little reduction of raspberry jam coming through. Gorgeous nose, very tight, very intense, and feels like it's high in alcohol, but it's not coming across that bad. Really quite neat. Let's give it a whirl. Grapefruit. Very intense. Good structure. I get a little tree bark coming through. Guys, listen to me. I think Portugal is well on its way. Once again, now I'm probably not going to score this wine as high as maybe You might think where I'm going, but I'm going to just jump for a second. Here's what, I thought, and I got to share it with you because I share everything I feel right away with you. I am continuously blown away that I am not finding straight up clunkers. I rarely find a clunker. To me, this is a high, rich, explosive red wine with a lot of back-end black tobacco, loose leaf tobacco flavors, a little cedar box, a little bark, gorgeous layers of like choke cherry. Do you know what that is, Mom? Choke cherry? Like gorgeous layers of choke cherry coming through on the mid palate. Great flavor, great length. Inkiness, kind of like black paint flavor, really well made, very well structured, lacks pizzazz, limited a little bit on its aromatics in the mouth, if that makes sense. And definitely has some limitations. Dark chocolate, tight, big, round, muscular, and most of all, a nice finish. Wouldn't call it super long, but tight, compact, fair. A fair finish. Let's give it one more shot. Good richness, good integrity, nice wine. I think the Wine Spectator did a very nice job with this score. I'm going to go 1 point higher, probably because of my Portuguese prejudice, because I do love these wines. 89 points. The flowers, the violets are coming through, and that's what's really riding the day for me. So it's a violet riding the horse into the night because it's doing that good of a job. Dark chocolate, violets on the finish. That's what you're left with. Good structure. I can't see you being disappointed. It gives you an opportunity to try a new varietal. This is a worthwhile Touriga Nacional. Let's move on. Just missed the oomph, to go 90. Didn't have it. So, you want to fight? So you want to be a... So, Touriga Nacional, 2003, Terras Dosado, $15 US. And 2003 was a little bit of a hotter vintage. It's aged in 10 months of American oak. So we'll see what that does to the equation. 15 bones. This is another wine I've never had before. 14% alcohol. I wanted to focus on this price point today with Portugal because I think this is where it's going to do its magic. I always talk about under $10, under $10. 12 to 15 from the things that I've tasted in the past have been so spectacular. And I think this will be really interesting to see what this brings to the table. A little bit of a hotter vintage than the 05 and 2003, so we'll see what it does. You can't mistake the color, though, mine. Zoom in on this. I mean, this is just the gorgeousness. I mean, this is just the beauty. I'll dump a little there for you. Just the absolute dark, rich, ruby, pomegranate type coloring that's just gorgeous. Let's give it a sniffy sniff, because if you don't know, that's what we do on the Thunder Show. Totally different. Totally different. Ooh, man. I gotta show you something. Big story for you. Big story for you. Last night, went to a Jets event. New York Jets invited me to the live auction of the opening seats. Might zoom in here. You can see that is me and superstar Kerry Rhodes, number 25 of the New York Jets. Really exciting. We got to hang out for like 25 minutes. There's only like 50 people. I told Mr. Rhodes, Kerry, if you're watching like you said you would today, that I was the owner of a 37 Kerry Rhodes jersey. Why is this important, Mott? Because he wears number 25. He, who is a 4th round pick, this wasn't our first pick in the draft, he wore this jersey for about 2 weeks in training camp. But he made a comment in the Daily News, which was, psh, I don't know why I got drafted in the 4th round. I'm the best safety in this draft. I should have went in the 1st round. That made me love him because he had the passion, the conviction, and the confidence in himself. I knew he was going to be a star like he is. He will be an All-Pro this year. And so I ordered his jersey, and Kerry lost his mind when he found out that I actually had this jersey. I think I'm one of the only human beings on earth with this jersey. And Kerry, here it is. I will wear it to the sideline next week against the Chiefs when we beat Herm's ass. And I will come and say hello like we talked about. It was a fun night, Mott. Got to hang out. Joe Willie Namath hitting on the cheerleaders. Talked to Woody Johnson. Started negotiating already. It was just a tremendous night. Little Wayne Corbett action, little Curtis Martin. Hung out with Leon Washington. Leon Washington called AJ on the cell phone. It was pretty spectacular. So, Touriga Nacional. One more sniffy sniff. Now this is much more bright. Once again, more indicative, not inducive, indicative of a hotter vintage. You know, higher residual sugar, more brightness. There's a little bit of like a fruit punch sangria nose on here, but it's also followed up by a very intriguing and articulate green asparagus kind of flavor coming through. Also a little bit of like cocoa, shredded chocolate or cocoa powder, hot chocolate powder actually coming through. Very pretty, very oaky. You're starting to feel a little bit of that American oak coming through, but it's creating a milk chocolate component on the nose. Let's give it a whirl. Oh, I like this. Built a little bit more for the new world, but just right. You know, conservative dresser, a little sexy, but not slutty. This wine is not a slut. It's just showing a little, you know, like maybe just, you know how sometimes they show just a little bit. It's not like all in your grill. It's just a little there. It's a little flirty flirt. This wine has that. It's got a little bit of that flirty flirt. So you like that extra pizzazz, maybe a little bit of makeup, but it's not over the top. This wine has that going. Balanced with a little bit of a you know? And that's what I like about this wine. It is structured and balanced. Great mid-palate. Gorgeous. One of the better ones I've come across under 20 bones in a long time. But has great length. I think the vintage is really affecting it by giving it a little of that extra little love. But it's got great fruit. I mean, just gorgeous blackberries racing, ripping through my palate, just up and down my tongue. An absolutely gorgeous length. Still tasting it. And it's a blackcurrant cassis type action. Portugal. And again, I was almost hoping that these wines would go over 2 just to show you my balance. But there's something brewing in this land with my palate. I almost said Gary Vaynerchuk. I'm glad I didn't. Third person. You know, and so just a very well-made wine. I'm going to go a little oomph above the Corteza, and I'm going to go 90 plus points in this wine. I think it's very good, and at $15, an absolute screaming value. I would highly recommend this to a lot of people, and I feel that Cabernet drinkers will really start gravitating towards this grape. It's got Cabernet with a little bit more of a earthiness. I get a little herbaceous action now on the back palate as I'm tasting and kind of thinking about it. Dried leaves meet fresh violets, meet black cassis. I mean, just really a pretty wine. I really like this mod. I really like the balance. It's a very good wine. I'm just darn excited about Portugal. I continue to be stunned, and I mean it. I really kind of wanted to go in 0 for 2 today, just to like, you know, because I've been hot on this Portuguese bandwagon, but these wines continue to do well. I think Spectator had that right. I probably did give it an extra point just for the love. But this so is just really, or sour, or however it's got the little, it's definitely not so because it's got the little up there. Sour. But really great stuff. Secret pack, get with me, be with me. You know, I can't run for president because I wasn't born here, but I can be in your living room during that night. People have been loving the secret packs. People have been asking for free shipping. We're taking a beating on it, but I want to be together. I hope you bring friends over. It's going to be a ton of fun. 3 wines. Get your cheeses ready. Put me on the Apple TV. Get me on the big screen. And that'll be a lot of fun. Big shout-outs. I'm going to also chill with you a little bit here. Oh, my prediction. Jets-Raiders. New York Jets, 21. Oakland Raiders, 17. It's going to be a tough game. I'm worried. 21-17. Happy anniversary, Craig and Margaret. Happy birthday, Erin Locker. Congrats to George and Sarah for getting engaged. And congrats to Tracy and Rob, who tie the Nizat tomorrow. Question of the day. Have you ever had a Touriga Nacional? And if so, did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you need it? Did you love it? Other than that, things are going well, Mott. Having a lot of fun on GaryVaynerchuk.com. I'm up here. Link me up, click me there. The cruise is selling steadily, so that's exciting. Putting together a lot of wineries for the cruise. Had so much fun last night, met all those Jets. You're doing well, you look good. We're busy here. Lots of stuff going on. I'm in the store more often. I'm here on Saturdays, 11 to 5. Most of them. Going to be here tomorrow. What's that? What do you point to?
Your link on the side.
Oh, yes, on the side. Lizzie's calling me right now in the middle of the show. Hey, baby bear. I'm taping the show now live. But you can tell me what you were going to tell me.
Well, I was just going to put in your calendar, bring home some stuff today, but since you're probably going right to dinner, you know, you can bring it home tomorrow too, like the wine from Mommy.
Got it. Okay.
And a couple things for me I want to get from Justin.
Okay. I love you, Bear.
Okay, love you,
Bye.
bye.
Lizzie? Hello? Yes? Hey, Hugh, how are you? You know what, Hugh, I'm just wrapping up Wine Library TV. You're actually live with me right now. I was just on the phone with Lizzie. I'm going to call you back in like 10 minutes, okay? Awesome, bye. It's getting wild up in here on this Friday. Anyway, love you guys. Hope everything's well. Leave some comments. Mott's reading them this weekend. And I hope everything's going really well. I hope your families are doing well. I hope you're doing well. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your weekend. Drink new wines. Find a Touriga Nacional. And you, with a little bit of me, we're changing the wine world.